Hey guys, it's me, Sounds11 here, and I'm back for another video for you guys today. And today we are playing Princess Evangile. And let's take a look here real quick. Hold on. Sorry about this, guys. Ah, that's right. And this is episode 11. Okay, let's get right into this, guys.
Moonstone. プリンセスエヴァンジール。ロードするのですか？ロード
Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 hour.
1 hour, starting now.
Salutations. Ah, salutations. The Red Rose Society piled in with Mitsuki-san at the head. How can we help you? Ritsuko informed me that you were beginning your talks about the May Festival today. I magnanimously decided to check on you. How exactly is that magnanimous? Mitsuki-san seemed to have recovered from her depression of the day before. She was back to her usual self. Are you sure you can afford to be rude to me? What are you talking about? It's not unusual for the two theme as submissions to conflict with each other. When that happens, it's usually settled with a coin toss, right? And this year, that will be unnecessary. We will concede to the White Lily Society, right, Ritsuko? Ah, yes. Mitsuki-sama is correct. Ritsuko-chan seemed momentarily flustered. It seems like they hadn't discussed this beforehand. Even though Ritsuko-chan is the Red Rose's leader. What do you mean? You don't know, Rise-san? She looked around the room, a triumphant smile on her lips. The White Lily Society's representatives all quit, and they only have 2 affiliates. 2? We have 3. Oh yes, there is Messiah-san. Apparently my existence was beneath her notice. By comparison, the Red Rose Society has 10 members. That's why I wanted to give you a handicap. I don't need your half-hearted charity. I want a fair fight, or else there's no point. Are you sure about that? There's a clear difference in our abilities. We have quality over quantity, right? Right. Though I felt a little embarrassed about being called that. And we have both uh, quality over quantity. Oh, and with our leader, Bele Ipen, I think it's, yeah. We have found more people to help us. I was just about to introduce them. What? Right now? Well, they aren't representatives. Learning from your example, I've decided to take on affiliates. Now, Konomi, introduce yourself. As Mitsuki-san spoke, a petite girl stepped out from the back of the crowd. Konomi, but you're still an intermediary. Fucking hell, these freaking words! Intermediary. I don't even know if that's right. Course. Yes, but they said I could join as an affiliate, so. No, I didn't mean to criticize you. I whispered to Ruruko-san. Intermediary students can't join the association? No. Well, I'm a new affiliate of the Red Rose Society. Yanase Konomi. It's nice to meet you. Being an intermediary course meant she was the youngest person there. Maybe that's why she was nervous. As she walked forward and introduced herself, Konomi-chan kept her eyes focused downward and never looked up at us. That's right. I forgot that Ritsuko was your One-sama, Konomi. Ah, you mean they're sisters? No, it means they're especially close. Ah. Oh, of course. That is part of it, but that's not the only reason. Oh, then what else? It's because of that Tentature serpent right there. What? Me? The Alberto Society members all snapped to attention. Apparently, this was the first they had heard of that title. Mitsuko-chan seemed to be the only one previously aware of it. She placed a hand on her forehead and shook her head. We've heard the rumors even in the intermediary. You entered a classroom while the girls were changing. That's not. The final and intermediary courses each had their own dorms. Maybe the truth behind it hadn't spread that far yet? I know what you're going to say. That it was all a prank, right? Yeah. She kept her eyes pointed down the whole time she addressed me. It was frankly rather strange. I don't believe it. What? It's possible that you set the whole thing up yourself. You mean I used that girl's cell phone to send the email to myself? Yes. That doesn't seem likely. Do you, do you have any proof? Well, no, but I knew it. Knew what? I wondered. That is why I chose to join the Red Rose Society. Why? I'm still not sure how that connects to me. It's to protect my One-sama. You mean Ritsuko-chan? Do, do not address her as Chan. The impudence. So you don't use honorifics for classmen. That's the rule at Vince Ness. That was true, but frankly, that felt even ruder to me. My One-sama is a beautiful woman, and a tentature serpent like you may try to get your claws into her. But I'm going to tell you this right now. You will not come within 3 meters of my One-sama. If you ever break that rule, I will cleave you in half. That's quite a threat. 3 meters? But he's that close right now. Oh, Konomi, please, that's enough. But One-sama, the rule is innocent until proven guilty. You cannot punish someone on suspicion alone. It is guilt that requires evidence, not innocence, right? Even so, he's a man. Men are filthy beasts. Konomi-chan seemed to be a real man-hater. So he's dangerous, no matter what else you say. Do you hear me? If you ever come near my One-sama, I'll cut you in half with my naginata. Naginata? Konomi is in the Naginata Club. Ah, you're uh, president this. Ah, you're president this year, aren't you? Yes. Wow. Despite her petite size, it appeared she was quite the combatant. Plus, she had a hot temper, which meant I'd better get any misunderstandings out of the way now. Konomi-chan, what did you say? Don't call me Konomi-chan. It's just Konomi. Right. Konomi. It really seems like I should make her mad. Should. It really seems like I should make her madder. What? Konomi-chan was red to the ears and trembling like a chihuahua, but she was still waited patiently to hear me out. I do have proof. What? It seemed like someone so passionate would respond better to emotion than logic. Please look at my eyes. In my eyes. In the eyes? Do these look like the eyes of someone who's lying? What are you talking about? Naomi-chan met my gaze for the first time. Next moment, her face turned as red as a boiled lobster. Ah! Huh? She shrieked, causing me and the rest of the room to jump in fright. Don't look at me! Huh? I'll get pregnant in it. If a man looks at you too much, it makes a baby inside you. What? Was that Konomi-chan ran out of the room at tremendous speed? Is that true? I seriously doubt it. I really am sorry about all this. Ritsuko-chan bowed deeply. Konomi is rather deeply prejudiced in certain ways. I can see that. She seems like a rather strange girl. Ritsuko, you do know how to attract them. But she isn't a bad person. Of course, I didn't say she was. Well, that was a curious method of departure, but Mitsuki San spoke, trying to take control of the situation again. Anyway, as you can see, the Red Rose Society has another influential title bearer joining its ranks. The gap between us has opened even wider. What's her title? Mignon Poppy? It means darling doll. Wow, well, she is pretty cute. That really is all men think about. Haha. I can't deny it, which made me feel worse. Well, anyway, the introduction of Mignon Poppy is complete, so we will take our leave now. I mentioned it before, but Rise-san, don't forget that we won't require a coin toss for the May Festival. And I told you I wanted a fair fight. Yes. Mitsuki-san and the others filed out, but Ritsuko-chan remained behind. Konomi is our official affiliate now, so I'm sure she'll cause trouble for you in the future. Please try to be generous with her. Ah, right. She bowed to us and then left the room. Ritsuko-chan is really put together. She really is. As expected of Belle Epine, she has both beauty and intelligence. Yeah, really. While the three of us stood in awe of Ritsuko-chan, Rise-san had a new fire lit inside her. I am not going to lose to her. I'm going to spend all day today thinking of ideas. We have very little time left, and today's session is over. Goodbye. Ah, Rise-san marched out of the room looking rather irritable. I may have some ideas by tomorrow myself, and we are 30 minutes over schedule. Okay, I guess we could head off too then. Yeah, it was the next day. Well, let's begin at once. Rise-san placed her hands on the table and leaned forward. What do you think about bringing in a professional dancer to act as a special judge? To, to grade the dancing? Yes. I wonder if they'd like that. Besides, calling a pro in seems like it would go a little beyond theme. That is true. Rise-san's shoulders slumped in disappointment. I suppose I'm so frustrated about yesterday. I can't get competition out of my head. But you are but you are right that people might not be happy about it. And we don't have the budget to hire someone. I don't know what to do. I want to do something to make the White Lily Society's presence known, but I do have one idea, if I may. Oh, yes, you did mention yesterday that you had an idea. Let us hear it. It was Messiah-san that made me realize it. Me? Yesterday, we all fought to see which of us would dance with you first. Uh, uh, I was not fighting over Messiah. Yes, that's right. I would never do something so unbecoming. Oh, I see. And I suppose I will take the first dance. Absolutely not. The two pressed in, making even the usually placid Ruko-san nervous. I still don't think the order matters. To be honest, I would feel more regret if I had to choose one of them. Maybe that made me unfaithful. Anyway, as much fun as it is to watch secret feuds, what do you think of turning who dances with whom into a game of sorts? Oh, that's a good idea. A game? Easter eggs. Hmm? I've heard that word in class before. Easter is the celebration of the resurrection. You mean when Jesus came back to life after 3 days, right? Yes. Chia wasn't a Christian, but having been at the school for a year now, she had learned quite a bit about it. It's already passed for this year, but we needn't be so strict about it, in my opinion. Yeah, that's true, but Rise-san knitted her brows. Easter eggs. I feel like that could cause a conflict. Are you worried about what she said yesterday? Yes. But that's no problem. She said she'd concede to you after all. But just let it go. I've had to deal with that sort of thing since I first came to Vincennes. You're right. Rise-san's expression relaxed slightly. At any rate, now it is not the time to be stubborn. Well, then we'll go with Easter eggs. Is that acceptable to all? Yeah, yeah. Then the system we will use for the soirée dansante will be to put names inside the Easter eggs and hide them. Correct. I'm sure that Messiah-san's presence will change a few things this year. Oh, no, I don't think that's the case. But what do you mean, hide them? The Easter egg custom is to place candy inside of eggs and have people search for them. This time, instead of candy, we will write the attendees' names inside of each. Then that person will dance with whoever finds their egg. However, uh, how, I mean, finds their egg. How does that sound? I like it. It sounds really fun. Okay, we'll decide on specific rules tomorrow. We'll also need a name. What would it what would be appropriate? The truth is, I thought of that too. What do you think of woo with oaf? Woo with a pun, but it does have a nice sound to it. Okay, the White Lotus Society proposal for the May Festival shall be woo with oaf. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Then it's decided. The end. But not yet. That's only chapter 4. Meow.
第5話、踊り明かそう、君と。
Whoa. Rise-san, it sounds like approval for woo with oaf is I don't even know how to say that is on the rise. I see. Thank goodness. That's truly a relief. When you compared support for the White Lily and Red Rose societies, it was clear that our side was on the losing end. The May Festival was the first event of the year. Rise-san was probably counting on it to turn things around. I thought it was a pretty good idea myself. Who dances with who is a matter of peak interest every year, after all. Rise-san had asked the news club to handle the approval rating surveys. Ruko-san deserves all the credit. By the way, what were you two looking at? The results of Messiah San's weekly approval survey? Ah, how was it? Though I guess your expression says it all. It's not good. She handed the paper over to Tommy-san, slumped over and turned her eyes to the ceiling. Even though Messiah-san was the victim in all that, it looks like people didn't understand. Oh, you're right. It was up last week, but now it's down quite a bit. Well, what can you do? If you'd like my personal opinion, even I have some suspicions that he set that up himself. I see. It looked like that wasn't just Konomi-chan's opinion after all. I mean, for a boy, that whole thing would be like hitting the jackpot. Hitting the jackpot? What is that supposed to mean? Well, we all know that boys are pervs. He's got urges to satisfy, you know? Plus, Bijo Blue is in Class 2B, and even though she doesn't have a title, Chio-san's quite a looker, too. You were happy to see it, weren't you? I can't deny that it was a feast for the eyes. Let me see, it was X? Yeah. See? He's remembering it. Oh, Messiah-san, you goon. Ow! Oh, what am I doing? She pulled her hand away, looking a bit panicked. Oh dear, it turned pink. I'm so sorry, Messiah-san. Oh no, it's okay. It's so strange. I've never treated anyone this way before. Rise-san rose from her seat, head cocked, and walked away. Oh dear, it looks like Rise-san's in a muddle too. In a muddle? Over what? You're a breath of fresh air at Vent's Nest. Of course it was Rise-san who brought you here, but anyone who breathes in that air will find themselves changing, even Soleil d'Ecole. Vincennes had its own private what the fuck is that word? That is not a word. I'm sorry, dude. I think that's supposed to say internet. That we're moving on. I can't look at that any longer. After class, I took a laptop down to the courtyard to check the White Lotus Society homepage. You still haven't seen it? There should be computers in the recreation room. Oh well, I wasn't sure if it was okay to use them. That's a strange reason. The rules state that they are free for anyone to use. Of course, if someone else is waiting, we expect you to be willing to share. Yeah, but I sort of figure it's better if I stay in my room as much as possible. That sounds like a good idea to me. As usual, Konomi-chan wouldn't look at me as she spoke. And as usual, she was unnecessarily forceful, but that part of it was strangely cute. As one of the Feliz de la Vincennes, I don't wish to be driven mad from looking into the face of a man. That's about what I was thinking. But while you shouldn't be making personal visits, you can go to the recreation room, can't you? You have to try to socialize more assertively. She's right, and you talk to people in school after all. No, it's safer in school. There are other people there, and the teachers too. But in the dorm there are private rooms and beds. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, she's talking nonsense again. One-sama, why are you apologizing? Because you're talking nonsense. How could you? I'm only thinking of you. How so? You two make a fine pair. Thank you. I think I'm perfectly compatible with One-sama too. Ah, that's the first time I've ever seen Konomi-chan smile. What? Don't look at me. Okay. Rise-san peeked at the laptop screen from behind me. Everyone on the message board seems excited. That's good to see. The White Lotus Society's homepage was Racine de Lis, Lily Bulb, apparently. It was full of information on the upcoming May festival. People were writing reactions to it on the message board. It was a very interesting idea. There wasn't a lot of interest in Ritsuko-chan's voice, but Rise-san smiled graciously. Yes, it is. It was Ruiko-san's idea after all. But I feel a little unhappy. Oh, why is that? I intended to protect One-sama from receiving invitations to dance. That is my mission, but under these rules, why not just let her dance? Oh, I couldn't! There are numerous villains who seek to take her. Villains? Really? One-sama is a very popular person, even among intermediary students. She has many fans. Well, that is true, I suppose. To protect her from those people, I will dance with her. To protect, that was my philosophy last year, but this year's Easter egg hunt is very likely to force me into yielding One-sama to others. Ugh. That would be a relief as far as I'm concerned, Konomi, you're always stepping on my feet. Ah, I'm sorry. Ah, I know. You should tell me where you're hiding them first. I cannot do that. What? Why not? Because the rules state that that sort of thing is not allowed. Ah, that's true. Yes. There's no point if it's not a fair fight. For a game to be any fun, everyone needs to play fair. Though the three of them expressed it in slightly different ways, the principle was the same for each. Anyway, the soirée dansante lasts all night, so I'm sure you can dance with all your favorites all you want. Th- that's true. So, One-sama, although personally, I was thinking of leaving a bit early. Oh no, I just get so sleepy, that's all. You really are a good combination. By the way, what was the Red Rose's idea? I've been so concerned with our own that I've forgotten. Ours is tea in the Rose Garden. We'll be preparing a number of sweets, so please come by. Yes, I believe we will. Can I come too? You enjoy sweets? Well, I like black tea. I never used to, but I've gotten a real taste for it since coming to Vincennes. Hmm. Well, I suppose so. We won't stop anyone from coming, so help yourself. Sure. I cast a glance through the leaflet that the White Lily Society was handing out. It explained the rules of the Woo with Oof. Incidentally, it made a lot more sense to me once I looked up Oof in the dictionary and learned it meant a. Oh my, I was wondering that too. First, everyone had until the morning of the day before the dance, in other words, tomorrow, to hide the Easter egg containing their name. The egg could only be hidden outside and could be hidden anywhere on the grounds. At the time, at the same time, it was recommended to keep them close by to avoid getting left out by hiding one's egg too far afield. The search would begin at 3 o'clock. The May Festival began at 5 o'clock, when people would eat a light meal prepared by the school, or this year, take tea in the Rose Garden. At 8 o'clock was the start of the main event, the Soirée Dansante. Where should I hide it? I had a leaflet in one hand and the Easter egg with my name on it in the other. It was made out of plastic and painted with colorful geometric shapes. It was very beautiful. I had placed the stripe of the paper with my name inside of it, and now I had to hide it somewhere on the school grounds. It was fun to imagine who might end up finding it. Oh, come in. That was strange. Who could it be? Hmm? What is it? Hey, there's something I wanted to ask you. Yeah? Where were you thinking of hiding your Easter egg? Huh? I remember our conversation after class. Wasn't giving out that information taboo? Don't get the wrong idea. It's not that I want to know. Uh, it's just I don't know where to hide mine. Huh? You don't know? Chio nodded. I just got here last year, so I don't know what a good place would be. Ah, but if you don't know, I'm not going to be any more help. Uh, that's true. Wouldn't it be better to ask Ruruko-san? Right. I'm still thinking. What would be a good place? You can't hide it anywhere too out of the way. I'll have plenty of time to think. Bye. Ah, right. You idiot. Come in. That was strange. 2 visitors in one night. Salutations, Messiah-san. Have you decided where you're hiding your Easter egg? Oh, not yet. I see. Well then, I I could help you if you'd like. Help me? What? Well, it's just you're still unfamiliar with Vincennes, aren't you? Yeah. Which means you probably can't think of a proper hiding place. So I thought I might help you to find one. What do you think? Well, what? I think you'd be better off helping out Chiho. Chiho-san? She wasn't sure where to put hers either. It's only been a year since she came to Vincennes after all. Wait a minute. How do you know about that? Hmm? Oh, well, about 30 minutes ago, Chiho came by to talk to me about it. Ah, I see. But I think I want to figure it out for myself. Thanks, though. Well, bye. Ah, drat. Hmm? There really are a lot of them. Come on in. Salutations. Konomi-chan? Wait, aren't intermediary students in a different building? It it is not yet past curfew. That's true. Can I help you? Messiah-sama, no. I will refer to you appropriate as touch your serpent. Huh? Where do you intend to hide your Easter egg? Uh, um, I understand what she was asking, but I didn't understand why she did it so threateningly. My question is against the rules. I understand that. But even so, I must secure your Easter egg for myself. Are you saying what? You want to dance with me? What are you talking about? At last she looked up. Her face was bright red, and a spit flew from her mouth as she spoke. That is not true. Absolutely not true. What I'm trying to say is, uh, the door next to door to the next room opened. Konomi? What's all the noise about? Ah, Messiah-sama? You aren't doing anything untoward, are you? Oh, no. The first year girl in the next room spat out a sarcasm-laced words, then closed her door before I could answer. So as you can see, this is bothering the neighbors. Ah, yes, this is a good point. Okay, bye. Ah, that's right. I wonder why Konomi-chan wanted to know. I opened the door again to ask her, but she was long gone. Oh, well. Oh, well. Yeah. Coming. Ah, Konomi, what are you doing here at this hour? Forgive me, One-sama. What? I intended to protect you, but, wait a moment now. Come inside first. Now, what is this all about? You never give me any context for anything, so I don't know what's the matter. In regards to Soiree Dan Sante. Yes? I attempted to ask Messiah-sama where he intended to hide his Easter egg, but I could not retrieve the information. Are you that interested in dancing with Messiah-sama? What are you talking about, One-sama? Well, that's the only thing I can think of. Why else would you do it? I did it for you, One-sama. What do you mean? Well, I wanted to prevent the off chance that it might fall into your hands instead. Ah, you don't have to. You do worry too much, Konomi. But well, it's true that I don't especially like dancing with men. But Anae-sama, have you danced with a man before? Where? Ah, no. Well, I haven't necessarily experienced it myself. I can just imagine that that is how I would feel. Ah, yes, I can understand that. Anyways, rules are rules. They've already been decided, so I intend to follow them. That is true. Uh, you've always been very strict about following rules. Very well, then I shall approach Wu with Oof in accordance with the rules. Good. At any rate, if I find it first, there won't be any problems, so I can promise you I will find it first. Oh, Konomi. Oh, man. I got a lot of reading done today already. How much longer do we have? 20 minutes? Okay, that's fine. After breakfast on the day of the May Festival, I finally hid my Easter egg. From the snippets of conversation I heard over the meal, it sounded like most people had taken care of theirs the day before. As a member of the White Lily Society, I was happy to hear so many people talking about Wu with Oof. I hope they all have fun with it. Ah, Messiah-san, salutations. Ah, good morning. You still haven't grown accustomed to salutations, have you? Not quite. I got used to making the sign of the cross before I eat, though. Well, it can hardly be helped. Even if you hear it on television, it is not a common phrase. Yeah, by the way, what does salutations mean? Well, it doesn't have any particular meaning. It's just a method of greeting. That is true. But it makes it rather easy. It's suitable for any occasion after all. That's true. It was true that I had heard salutations used in a lot of different situations. You didn't make mistakes when you were little, Miss Ayasan? Saying good evening at night and such? That is what you say at night. Ah? Do you still have to hide Did you still have to hide your Easter egg, Ruko-san? No, I finished that yesterday. At the moment, I am going to the bread workshop to pick up my freshly baked bread. Cool, cool. On hearing the word bread, Panterbell squealed happily. The Red Rose Society went to such pains to arrange the tea party. I thought I might offer it to them. Ah, that's nice. I prefer bread to sweets. I hope you'll let me have some. Of course. Well, I will take my leave now, Messiah-san. Please try to find my Easter egg, won't you? Oh, sure. I parted ways with Ruko and continued on to my destination. The path actually had a name. Echoit Chemin. It meant narrow road. In actuality, though, it wasn't that narrow. I heard it was a reference to the Bible, but I wasn't sure. There might be too many of them. I thought about hiding it in a tree, but there were too many ginkgos. It seemed unlikely that anyone would find one there. I turned back around and hid it in the large cherry tree instead. Though that one seemed possible. That one seemed possible to find. Though I didn't know for sure if the ladies of Vincennes were into climbing trees. I took a glance around the area. Hmm? For a second, I thought I saw someone duck behind a building. Was it just my imagination? I couldn't imagine someone so desperate to see where I was hiding my egg that they would stalk me. I never thought this chance would fall into my lap. The woo with oof rules didn't say anything about not watching someone hiding their egg. To the contrary, yesterday I saw a number of strange interactions that looked like people hinting to their chosen one about their egg's location. So this is certainly not against the rules. Right, now I will ensure that Ane-sama doesn't run into any trouble. At 3 o'clock, the students began pouring out of the house, out of the thousand leaves dormitory. What the frick? The search was to begin at 3 o'clock, and everyone was eager to be the first one out. It looks like Woo with Oof was a big success. Blech, blech. Yes, look at them run. It's unseemly. The May Festival only comes once a year. Let them have their fun. Very well. There were a lot of things that had surprised me since coming to Vincennes. One of those was the fact that nobody ever ran. It went without saying in the halls, but even after they got outside, they always walked at a leisurely pace. It was a curious sight that clashed with my personal ideas of daily life. This was the first time I'd seen anyone running outside of the of gym class. It really seemed like they were having fun. Although I don't think that running will change the results. They don't know where they are after all. Now, now I wouldn't be so sure about that. Huh? From my own observations, it seemed that a lot of people spied upon the person they were after. Unlike asking the person, that was not against the rules. I believe that is why it has become a race. That's true. Huh? Uh, Messiah-san, did you feel any eager eyes upon you yesterday? No way, not me. Well, I only hit it a little while ago, anyway. Did anyone see you do it? I don't think so. Yeah, well, I'd hate to see you end up a wallflower. So I'll try to track it down later. Uh, as will I. As the person who brought you here, I feel some responsibility. Salutations. I will join them. I do want to make my first Messiah-san. Popularity is a fine thing, Messiah-san, but try not to disrupt Vincennes' public morality. Right. I believe that I will try to find a one myself. Salutations. Bye-bye. The others started leaving until it was just me and Konomi-chan. I thought that she would be leaving right away, but she remained, just standing there. I wondered what she wanted. Konomi-chan, or what? What was that? Do not call me Chan. Ah, right. Well, what is it then? Konomi-chan. Ah, is there anyone in particular you're after? How could you say that? Ane-sama, of course. Ah, Ritsuko-chan. She glared at me. Salutations was apparently not the only thing I couldn't get used to around here. Shouldn't you get going then? Ritsuko is very popular after all. I don't need you to tell me that, but there's something else I need to do first. Oh, someone you love even more than Ritsuko-chan? Why would you assume that? Of course not. Right. I decided it was better not to say anything else. Well, I'm going then. Bye. I had intended to go searching for eggs, but I gradually became more interested in the fate of my own egg. Reisei-san, Chio, and Ruruko-san had all expressed interest in finding it. There's no use standing watch over it, but even so, I found myself headed for the big cherry tree. What I saw there almost made me jump from surprise. There was a student climbing the tree. She was moving so fast she had to know it was there. Apparently, I hadn't just imagined that someone had watched me hide it after all. She was heading right for my egg, too, which means therein lay the reason for my shock. There really was a girl who was desperate to dance with me. I felt pounding in my chest. Who could it be? I squinted, and this time I jumped for real. No way. The words escaped my lips. The girl was Konomi-chan. Whoa! I hid behind a tree. It would look suspicious if anyone saw me, of course. Konomi-chan didn't look especially good at climbing trees, even from a distance. I could tell that she was struggling. It was hard to believe she wanted to dance with me that badly. I was touched, even more so than I thought that she hated me. I held back my feeling of gratitude as I watched Konomi-chan climb. After a great effort, Konomi-chan made it up and secured my Easter egg. I was about to leave before I was discovered, but I stopped. Konomi-chan was looking at the ground in fear. She'd had a hard time climbing too. I started to think she might not be able to get back down. I couldn't just let her go unattended, so I started to approach while remaining in her blind spot. Just as I predicted, she started to tremble. Uh, she let out a small cry and started shaking while looking down at the ground below. I knew it would I knew it would look bad if I came out now, but this was hardly the time to worry about that. Konomi-chan? I came around to the bottom of the tree and called to her as calmly as I could. Ah! You can't get down, can you? Her lips trembled for a few moments, and then she nodded violently. Yes, that is true. I am quite afraid of heights. You have acrophobia? You really wanted to dance with me that badly, huh? What are you talking about? It was true. Konomi-chan's eyes were full of tears. Okay, just wait a minute. I'll ask the teacher to bring a ladder. No, don't go. What? I'm afraid. I know you are, but anyway, any time I look at the ground, I feel the strength start draining from my body. Hang on. Frightened out of my wits, I return to the base of the tree. Okay, then, close your eyes. I'm too scared, I can't. What should I do? She might really fall while I was away. I understand. I'll catch you then. Huh? I confirmed my position and held out both of my arms. Come on, Konomi-chan. You can't. You can't be serious. Her lips trembled again and her face a drain of color. She gripped tighter to the branch as if holding on for dear life. Uh, that branch wasn't very large. I could hear a slight cracking sound, but Konomi-chan didn't seem to notice it. Konomi-chan, please hurry. I called to her using the calmest of voice so that she wouldn't panic, but she just shook her head. I don't have a choice. In that case, Konomi-chan, trust me. Like before, I decided to appeal to emotion. Are my eyes the eyes of someone you can't trust? Huh? Eek, don't look. Huh? I'm going to get pregnant. But please, you have to calm down. Snap. Eh, eh. Thank goodness. Uh, whew. I let out the breath I had been holding in. For a moment, it felt like my heart had stopped. Are you hurt? No. It occurred to me that this was the first time we had really looked each other in the eyes. As I held her light body in my arms, I was struck by how pretty she really was. Nice work, Messiah-san. Tami-san. I've been watching the whole time. I could tell Mignon Pope was up to something weird. If you were watching, you should have called for help. If it was just me here, I would have, but I trusted you. You know, I was really panicked back there. Sure, fine, but I got a great shot of the moment she fell, so it all works out, right? Her camera skills were amazing as usual. Yes, they are. Anyways, though she's not really, my type. So, Hey, is that an Easter egg? Tamia-san knelt down and picked up an Easter egg from the ground. That's... Ah. The over-observant Tammy-san gave a light nod. Mignon Pope is always chasing her beloved One-sama, so this must be Belly Beans. Do you mind if I look? Let's see. Uh, uh, Okanogi, what? Hey, Messiah-san, this is your egg. Yeah? Wow. Oh, wow. Wow. As Konomi-chan shrunk in my arms, Tammy-san uh, stared at her in disbelief. I knew something was odd when I saw you climbing that tree. After all, there's no one here who could hide it somewhere like that. But you were moving like you knew something was there. I started to wonder if Ritsuko was more eccentric than I thought. That makes a lot of sense. So it was Messiah-san. Well, climbing trees is kind of a boy thing. And it wasn't by chance either. Konomi-chan was assured that your egg was up there. This is a scoop! A huge scoop! There she goes. Wow, Tammy-san's really into her work. Since I was holding her in my arms, Konomi-chan's face was close to mine. Even just talking forced us to look straight into each other's eyes. And then, her face turned a bright red. Belatedly, I felt a heat pass through my body. I was touching her bare skin, after all. Sorry, I've been holding you all this. No! Gosh darn it, dude. Ow, ow, ow! She clawed wildly at my face, and I was forced to release her. Hey, are you okay? Did you twist your ankle or... I'm going to get pregnant! She doesn't know how this works. Hey now. What's the matter with me? In that moment, when he caught me, and my face was pressed close to Messiah-sama's, I felt a tightness in my chest. My knees buckled, and then, when he touched my hand, it was so warm. Ha! What is this? what is it? What is the meaning of it all? I've never felt this way before. What is it? Ah, I know. I know what it is. This is the sorcery of the tentature serpent. Oh my god. When it came to her scoops and her extras, Tammy-san worked fast. Wow, maybe Messiah-sama is more capable than I thought. Yeah, he looks really strong. The girls were all reading the newspaper. Look at that picture. If you don't mind me tooting my own horn here, I'd say I'm pro level. It is very well taken. Excuse me, Messiah-san. What exactly is going on here? Uh, why are you so angry? You know, do I? It's curious. Aren't you eager to see Messiah-san's approval rating rise? It's your rising tide policy, I believe. That's true, but it really is well taken, though. She lowered the paper and turned her black gaze on me. You do have a tendency for excellent timing. You aren't calling Tammy-san in advance. Oh my gosh. Stop. Okay. In advance for these things, are you? Well, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you guys put a like, subscribe, dingle the bell notification icon, and I'll see all of you guys on the next one.
セーブするのですか？セーブもう、すぐに帰ってきてくれないと許さないわよ。